Okay, welcome back everybody for another video of Master Command. Today we're going to be we're going to be continuing our only German playthrough. First things first, we're going to disband the British Battalion Artillery. One of my viewers, Bohemian, mentioned that this guy is costing us upkeep. He's eating provisions, even though he's in the reserves, so we need to get rid of that. So we're going to give him his marching orders, send him home, thank him for his service, and ask that he tell everyone in the British Isles uh, about what we're doing here. And the other thing that we want to do is we're going to do some unit customization. So I'm going to go ahead and look up some Hanoverian units. And we're going to try to make our units, or we're going to give our units the names of historical Hanoverian units. If I can find some. Just doing a little bit of reading here, guys. Give me a minute. I meant to open this up before I started recording, but oops, I forgot. Okay. I did find some, so let's go ahead and change some names. First off, let's go with loading one right now, the Saxon Gotha. So let's give these guys and they were, so we'll call them foot, Saxon Gotha foot, and okay. And it looks like this is what their uniforms looked like. They were red, and they had the green. I'm not sure exactly what this is called. Facings, I think, is what I've heard. What's his name? Griffin, the developers say. Looks like it's called coat color, maybe? No, that's different. Part of their coat is green. This front part is green, so we're gonna leave that as is. Let's go ahead and pull up another infantry unit. And so here we've got block. I'm not sure what it should be, but it looks like block. And their uniform appears to have white in the front, so we can go ahead and change that. Let's change that, and let's see, it looks like the middle part, or like this part going down, is white too. It looks kind of like that, I think. So we'll just do that. I don't think they have regimental. Oh, they do have regimental flags. Oh, geez. Do I want to do this? Let's take a look and just see if I can find something real quick that looks like. Okay, it looks like an arm with a sword. Do we have any of those? Any arms with swords? Yeah, this is it. Not like 100%, but it's pretty similar. And it looks like the flag is red, so we'll... Oh dear. Oh, here we go. Flag pattern? No, I wanna mess with the flag. How do I change the flag colors? Oh, it's over here. Sorry, guys. As you can tell, I've never really done this before. There we go. So we've got the red background, sword, arm, and what does this change? Apparently nothing. We'll just make it red as well. Okay, so now we've got our block foot. Block. There we go. And let me come back to the Saxon Gotha and see if they have regimental colors. Looks like they do. So it looks like they have a green lion with a sword. So let's go ahead and change that. Any lions with a sword? Yep, here he is. And let's see, green background. Yeah, that all looks right. The lion also has like a little wreath around him, so I'm gonna see if there's a lion with a wreath or if this is as close as it gets. This is not... Okay, so it's got like the wreath, but he doesn't have the sword. I think I'd rather have the lion with the sword. Yeah, let's take this one. And he's got the green background, so we're good there. And yeah, he's got the right coat colors. So this is going to be our Saxon Gotha. I'm also sorry if I'm not really saying these words right. I've never studied German, so forgive me. Next, let's go with Stolzenberg. That sounds cool. Alright, so give me just a second to get Stolzenberg in here. Stolzenberg Landmilits. And it looks like they have black. It looks like this part is black and then the middle part is white. So actually I can't really tell. I'm just gonna what am I gonna do here? Red with collar none, shoulder straps red, pockets, cuffs, turnbacks, waistcoat. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it white. I can't really quite tell what color it is going down the middle. But now we'll change their flag. So let's see, let's go to the flag. And they kind of have a person putting a wreath on another person. Do we have any of those? Somebody handing a wreath to someone else. Doesn't really seem like it. So let's just do that, I guess. Kind of wreathy looking. And then the background should be yellow, so let's change that. And can I change the wreath color? I don't think so. No, I can't, unfortunately. I don't love this flag, but I think this is as close as I can make it. Okay. Stolzenberg. Also, guys, if you don't really care about the unit customization, I'm going to put a like a chapter thing in the video description, so you guys can skip this if you want. I know that whenever I watch Master Command videos, I tend to skip these, but I know some of my viewers really enjoy this, so I'm doing it for them. Oh, here's an interesting one. Okay, so we're gonna name our next unit the Hardenberg. So we've got the Hardenberg foot, and they have orange. They have orange going down the front here, which is very interesting. Oh, okay. And now going back to the Stolzenberg, I realized that the part going down the middle, the part going down the front in the middle, it should be kind of like a yellow, so I need to change that when I come back to them. But let's get the Hardenberg colors in here. It's a lion with a sword and a bunch of flags. We got any of that? We have a lion with a sword, but I don't see one where he's got a ton of flags. So we'll just give him this one. And the background should be yellow. Yeah, let's go with this darker one. I like that. And cool. Let's make sure his uniform was red. Yes, it is. So let's save that. Hardenberg. Also, these may not be exact, right? Because I'm not messing with the collar and stuff like that. I think some of them have like, actually all of them have black collars, so as long as they all have black collars, we're good. But there may be some little minor differences. I'm just kind of making them as close as I can look to what I'm finding, but without being really nitpicky about it. Okay. So let's go back to, yeah, Stolzenberg, and let's change the front here to be this yellow. Actually, this one is probably the closest. It's like between a white and a yellow, so I think that looks good. And we've got their flag. Yep. Okay, so we've done all of these guys. Next, we've got these two units. So, let's see. Let's find another Hanoverian unit. Okay, we've got the Wangenheim, I think is how you say that. Wangenheim. And then they have that, like, they have this color that's kind of like between yellow and white here. And let's take a look at their flag. Oh, they have, some of these flags are very interesting. They have kind of like a flying angel type, along with a bunch of flags. Looks like some drums. I don't think we have any angels here. Okay. Could just give them a cross. No, I don't think we should do that. I think we should try to find something more suiting. They have a bunch of flags, some drums, they have a trumpet. So maybe I'll give them this horn. I think that may be the closest thing that I can find for them. And let's see, what's the background color of this flag? It is a white, almost like a dirty white. So we'll just give them white flag. Okay, so we've got them, and this guy, I don't know what I'm going to make him yet, so I kind of just want to leave him a subsidy recruit until I decide whether I want to go Hanoverian Landmilits or maybe Hessian. So I think I'll leave him alone, but I will rename our Brunswicker Musketeers if I can find an appropriate Brunswick unit. Okay, it looks like the Brunswickers had just a very... They had like 4, it seems, regiments, musketeer regiments, so we're gonna go with the Imhoff here, and they have blue coats and they're white in the front, so let's change that. So this should be white, and yep, all of that is white. And then let's take a look at their flag. They've got... Okay, so they've got like the horse here, and it's like a it's like a cross in the background. Let's see, yeah, and then the cross part is green, and then the corners are white. So the cross part is... Oh no. Okay. Okay. How? Okay. Okay, we can... so there's one where the cross is green and one where the cross is white. We can just make them the one where the cross is white. And man, neither one of these greens are quite the green on this flag, but we'll make it this one. I feel like this one looks a little bit better. Okay, so we did that. Looking good. And let's take a look at our other Brunswicker unit. And this guy is going to be named Bear. So, Bear, Musketeers, and they've got red facings and then like a white coat underneath. Yeah, so they look like that. Okay. And then their flag is either a red cross or a white cross, so we'll try to make that. And it's this horse again. It's good. Oh, I see now. So, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. So it changes all of these according. That's fascinating. Okay, okay. We are figuring out the we're figuring out the flags. I've never messed with this before, so this is all new to me. What does this one look like? Okay. Yeah, let's give him this red cross in the back and then the white horse. There may be another flag pattern that can more accurately represent it, but I think this is good enough for right now. Okay, so we've got our infantry squared away. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look at the cavalry. Let's see. We're gonna have to look up our Hanoverian cavalry. Sorry this is taking so long, guys. I meant to have all this stuff pulled up beforehand. Okay, Hanoverian cavalry. We're looking at them. So we've got... Let's go with Hammerstein and Hodenberg. Those both sound very interesting. So here we go, Hammerstein. And just for my sake, because I don't know, I want to get some Hessian cavalry later, and I want to be able to differentiate the heavy from the light. I'm going to call them light cavalry. Hammerstein light cavalry. And let's take a look at their uniforms. They wore white. Their facings seem to be white as well. And then the coat underneath, yeah, looks to be this yellow color. I think that's right. And let's take a look at their regimental flag. They've got a lot going on with their flag. It's mostly this horse, but there is some more to it. It's got like this horse. Oh, I wonder if this is better. Cuz it's got like this little lion that I feel like I've seen here before. Maybe not. No, none of these really match. Okay, let's just make it this horse. And it's a white background. Kind of has like a trim around the edge. Are there any here? Oh, I see. But let's give it like this. Oops, wrong one. That's kind of what it looks like. I mean, this isn't really close at all, but this is like this is like the closest I could do. Okay, yeah. We'll call the Hammerstein good with that. And then let's take a look at our other one here that we're going to name the Hodenberg. And we're going to name them light cavalry. And let's take a look at what they wore. Looks like they wore white. And they've got... Looks like they've got white facings and then red. Yeah, sorry, this yellow color. What's interesting though is that they have like red cuffs, and I don't think there's a way to change the cuffs on the units, because some of these uniforms are really cool looking, but I don't know that there's a way to change the cuffs in the game. Anyway, let's take a look at their flag. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This I've seen. Boom. Finally. We've been having to kind of make our own crazy looking regimental flags here, but finally we found one that works. And it's got a red background. Perfect. And we'll just leave it at that. Okay. So we've got them taken care of. We've got these guys all taken care of. Subsidy recruits, I don't know what I'm going to do with them, so I'm going to not name them for now. They've got a name, thankfully. Let's go ahead and name this battalion artillery. So let's see, let's find the Hanoverian artillery, if they have any. Yeah, they do. Oh, it was kind of... It might just be called Hanoverian artillery. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any specific like names for artillery regiments, so we're just gonna call this guy the first Hanoverian battalion artillery. We can't change his uniform though. It seems like it's mostly correct. Yeah, it's just that they have the facings and then a coat underneath, and both of those should be red, but it seems like I can't change that, unfortunately. It seems like they're just kind of stuck with this blue coat. So, oh well. Do these guys, doesn't seem like they have regimental colors, so we'll just leave them with whatever flag they've got. Sure. Sure. Okay. And the Schomburg, we'll try to make look like our other guy. Well, no, we'll leave them as they are since they are a unique unit. I assume that developers would have given them as close to an accurate uniform as they could have. We also have a British guy in here, which is not going to work. We need to have Germans. This is Germans only. So let's see if we can find a Hanoverian officer. Oh, here we go. So it looks like there was a Hanoverian officer by the name of Wilhelm Friedrich Ernst zu Schomburg-Lippe. Don't ever ask me to say that again, but that is what we will have this guy be named, since he is our artillery officer brigade. Oh cool, there's even a picture of him. Okay, give me just a second to get his name in here. There we go. His name is super long. It's too long. And then Schomburg-Lippe. It would seem that our Schomburg-Lippe artillery is named after him, so it is an honor to have him here. He's got a cool hat, so let's give him a cool hat. Yeah, it looks like that, mostly. Looks like he's got some long hair in the back, so let's see if we can't give him long hair. Okay, can't really see it. So it looks like he's got like gray to black hair. It looks like he's got like one curl. So, okay, let's just go with that, I guess. He's got a powerful chin. He's got a powerful chin. Let's find a guy with a powerful chin. This is it. This is our guy. This is him. I might switch his hair to... Okay, I don't like how big that curl is. I feel like the hair... There we go. This is I think that's better. This is our man. Uniform. I think this is kind of as close as we can get. He has a like a red jacket. It's like almost all red. Actually this might be closer because there's like some gold stuff on his uniform. So there we go. Now we've got everyone outfitted with cool flags, cool names, cool uniforms. Our subsidy recruits will figure out one day once we decide what we're gonna do with them. I want to turn them into the Hessian Musketeers and then the Grenadiers. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with them. Just so that we can have like one melee infantry unit to start working with. Anyway, I've spent a lot of time doing that. My apologies, everyone. Oh, I spent so much time. Jeez. I'm sorry, everybody. Let's go ahead and get to the real nuts and bolts of this. Let's go fight this army. Man, I really only thought that I'd been doing that for like 15 minutes. I didn't realize it had been like 30 minutes of unit customization. I'm sorry, everybody who just watches for the gameplay. Okay. We've got Fusiliers over here and a bunch of recruits elsewhere. So let's go ahead and we'll put our two Brunswickers over here to fight against the Austrian Fusiliers. We'll have our foot over here, these guys over here. And they're not all foot, right? Like these guys are land millets, and I need to remember that. Okay. Are there any good positions that we can hold? Maybe over here we can march up and hold that. There's also this area. Okay. Let's come over here. Is there any sound coming through right now? It seems like my game has gone quiet. And I'm not sure why that is. Anyway. Okay, I think it was my headphones. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully the audio kept coming through for you guys. But yeah, I think we're gonna try to hold this, take this hill, maybe stick some guys in the woods. And we'll have our cavalry spread out like that, have our general over here. Looks like everyone has an officer with them at the moment, so that's good. We need to be mindful of that. I'm also going to switch these guys to... Oh, I like this tooltip. Very high damage, very low range. That's cool. Cannot be used for indirect fire. So they've really made it obvious that Hey, you can't shoot over your guys with canister. That's good. I like that change. Who's got our quartered shot? You do. Is there anything interesting here? Medium high damage, medium low range. Okay, cool. I like that. Okay. Here, I'll put you more towards the center, and let's get moving. You guys aim for the woods. Let's find you a good place to set up over here. And our other artillery right here, we'll bring them here. Let's go ahead and speed up. They've got some Grinzer Hussars, so nothing too scary there. Oh, I see. Okay, let's switch you guys so that there's an officer over here. And we can have our general over here with these units. And I'm going to try to get into the town with our Brunswicker units. And I'll have... Thankfully they are... Okay, they are advancing now. So let's start forming into lines so that we're ready for them. We're going to try to get around their flank with the Bear Musketeers. Okay, and let's start forming into a line here. You guys can unlimber, and I will bring you up just a little bit more. What am I gonna do with you? Here, you come over here. Let's make a hole for the artillery. Let's have you guys form into a line. Now, okay, who's got my quartered shot? Block. Block has quartered shot. Here, let's come up just a little bit more. You can sit back and give combat effectiveness, I guess. And you can come over here. Looks like they're advancing. Let's move over just a little bit. You can run into position. And let's get you running our light cavalry. We can start to get around this way. You can unlimber. Yeah, you're good to start firing. Let's have you forming into a line here. With this cavalry backing you up. And you'll just be in reserve. Here, we can move over a little bit more. And you just stay in reserve for right now to counter these hussars. I think they're going to try to charge in at some point. And after this volley, I'll probably switch them over to quartered shot. Very nice. Okay, excellent, excellent. Oh, they took a lot of damage. Okay, now let's try to make a hole here, move the artillery forward, and get them to hit those hussars. We'll come around here with the light cavalry. And let's actually form you guys up into a column, because you'll take a volley and you might, yeah, you're going to be really close to breaking. And then I'm going to send these guys in to finish the job. Okay, charge in. Oh, these Fusiliers are coming in. Oh, shoot. Okay, these hussars are posing a threat. So let's actually get ready for them. Hold your fire. Oops. I wasn't paying attention over here. Okay, good. Help out here. Let's move you forward a little bit. Okay, we took care of those guys. Friends of recruits. Let's have you get into the best column you can and try to chase down any of these units over here. Then let's try to get some experience fighting these Fusiliers. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be fast enough to catch any of these units, but... Okay, form into a line. And these guys should be done for on this volley. Or they'll be done with this when the Stolzenberg fire on them. Okay, very nice. We took them out. Let's go ahead and take the ammunition. We are running a little low on that. And it's not going to be good to buy ammunition from this village over here. Okay, no upgrades for anyone. We can sell that, sell that. We'll keep the No, let's get rid of the Hussar Sabers. Keep the Dragoon Sword. Oh, we can give this treatise to them. We'll get artillery later, so I'll hang on to that. So now let's... How long do I have? I've got 60 days. I've got 60 days. Let's come over here. Let's see if they have anything interesting in here. Oh, a limber chest. We do need that. We do need a limber chest. Good canister might be good. It increases our damage a teeny bit. I was hoping it would also reduce that the max range malice wouldn't be so bad. Unfortunately, it is. Oops. Sorry about that. I mean, I would have more effective artillery, so sure, we'll buy it. So let's do that, and we'll free up some spot here for a limber chest. Buck and ball. I'm not going to worry about the rest of that. I don't think I'm going to worry about that at the moment either. Good tobacco and good tea are both of interest. Yeah, I'll buy both of those. And we can sell off these things. I actually want to keep that uniform just in case we find a unit. Or find an event that lets us trade in a uniform for a recruit unit. So let's give you tea. And we can give you good tobacco and give you normal tobacco. Everyone should be happy with that. And then you can have this tea instead of the medicinal herbs. Land millets can upgrade. Yes, keep our customized colors, please. And we'll make sure you are foot. Vongenheim foot. Okay, so now we've got beer and medicinal herbs. Can anybody take these? You could. So here, I'll give you the herbs, I guess. And then let's buy up, not the ammunition because it's expensive here, but let's go ahead and buy up a little bit of manpower and food. I'll buy up some manpower and buy up some food, and now I think I will raid this town in order to get a bunch of food, get our money back, and then I'm gonna force march, and I'm gonna come hit this convoy, hit this outpost, and then we're just gonna ping pong back and forth between these encounters. Maybe, let's see, go like this, boom, boom, up to the fort, and then come across like that. And then down here, maybe? We'll see. I'll figure it out. Okay, let's raid this town. Hopefully it won't notify the headquarters. Because we don't want the headquarters coming any sooner. Okay, we had one notification, but that's not too terrible. And we got some full gators out of it. And some stuff that we can sell off later, or keep. Gators we can put on this guy. The heavy jacket, we've got better equipment here. We can save it for any future cavalry that we find. And then let's go ahead, and if I force march, that's eating 27 provisions a day. That is a lot, but let's just go ahead and do it. We can always switch to normal march if we go through too many provisions. Oh, ramrods are good. Here, we'll give you these ramrods. You can have shoes, I guess. And then let's come over to this outpost. We are quickly eating through our food, so I might just switch to marching. Let's see, 60 gold, 110 reservists, that's pretty good. 90 provisions, that's the thing, is I think I need the food right now more. So let's do that, and then let's change to normal march, and let's come up to this fort. Or we could come over to this town. Fight that patrol army coming up on us. Okay, they don't really have anything especially interesting here. I mean, the good gun picks are fine. The spontoon is good. Maybe I will buy the spontoon. But everything else is good grape shot. I am a grape shot enjoyer, but it has been nerfed pretty well. Honestly, grape shot, you're getting 2 less damage, but you're getting 5% of your range back. That's actually not too bad. Albeit this is good grape shot, not basic grape shot, so I guess that's why. Yeah, 8. Yeah, okay. And I'm not gonna mess with the double canister for right now. Maybe if we find some really good double canister, but let's go ahead and buy up some ammunition, just in case we have any fort sieges ahead of us, and let's get some manpower and a little bit of food. And then let's force march into this patrol army and start doing these encounters. And yes, I was like, let's make sure that I don't have stuff here, but I do. I have a spontoon that I need to equip. And I might even just... Okay, there's no one I can give the cross to. I was going to say I'll expand their unit slots to give them the crosses, but I don't have the money for it at the moment. What are we fighting? Chevaux Leger, Crownland recruits. Cool. Okay. Fusiliers are over here. And the rest isn't too bad. So let's take our mighty Brunswickers, the Eamhoff and the Bear, musketeers and put them over here. And we'll probably try to hold this position. Maybe take up another position over here. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Let's put our howitzers over here. And the Lipa, Schomburg Lipa here. Okay. And I'm satisfied with this. Let's go. Yeah, let's get our howitzers up on that hill. Everyone else will figure out as we go. Okay, let's put the land millets here. They need the experience more. Here, you guys scoot down. And then you guys scoot down some more too. And we'll bring you up to here. Okay. Maybe I need to give my artillery some shoes. They are very slow. It's probably not even worth firing at the moment. These guys are so far out. Oh, and we can have infantry in front because these guys are firing round shot. I need to remember that with the howitzers. Okay, let's bring these guys up a little bit more. Bring Mr. Braunschweig over this way. You can take off your bayonets, and we'll put them back on if the Chevaux Légers charge in. Let's open fire now. Okay. Now each volley is only using 8% of our ammunition instead of like, I don't know, it must have been around like 12 or 13% before. It was a lot. Here, let's advance some here. Okay, we've sent them running. That's good. Let's turn here. Let's equip bayonets, just in case the cavalry wants to come after us. Which it does seem they are doing. Fire when you can. Fire when you can. And then let's charge in. And it looks like these guys are getting charged. So let's help out here. Okay, good. Not bad. I looked up in the corner of the minimap and I was like, huh, these cavalry are charging in. I wonder what the other cavalry is doing, and I caught them right before they hit our recruits. Which is good, because our subsidy recruits didn't have bayonets equipped, so they would have been faring a little more poorly in that melee than they should be. Iron 6-pounder, not bad. Pretty meh items. But we'll take the ammunition. And the reason I'm stocking up on all this ammunition is just in case we have to siege a fort. That will take a lot of ammunition. But I'm only gonna siege the fort if it starts with the breached walls modifier. I don't think I have the time to sit there and breach the walls. Okay. Let's see, we've got about 44 days to try to knock out these encounters. So let's come back up here to Münnerstadt and sell off some things. I'm probably never going to use this grape shot. So we can sell that. I'll keep the canister. Sure, sell that. Keep the 6-pounder for now. Let's sell off one of our captured uniforms. Maybe I sell the haversacks. But we're kind of light on items as it is, so I'll hold on to them. That gets me a little bit more money. But I don't think there was anything here that was particularly impressive. I mean, this is a good sword, but light saddle, or no, heavy saddle. Sorry, light saddle here. Frisian horses, very good. But I'm gonna buy up some more food, so that perhaps we can force march if needed. And I'll buy up a little bit more manpower, and then we'll head on over here to this fort, investigate it. Okay, the walls are already breached, that's good. Let's do this, and then let's do the lengthy bombardment. Hope we take it on our first try. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then we get a new doctrine. Sure, we can go with the Carthaginian spirit, I guess. Sometimes this has interesting sometimes that has interesting options at encounters, so we'll just do that. Let's come visit this outpost. And here we can give them a cannon. I hope it uses our 3-pounder. And we got some stuff for it. Did it take our 3-pounder? It did, thank goodness. Okay. So now we've got another spontoon we can hand over to somebody. Perhaps to our bear musketeers. And then we've got some better weaponry here, which I think those 2 units... oops. You could also use something better than a Yon Shopping. So maybe we give you... Oh, and since you upgraded, you're going to be foot now. And then all these guys are named Foot, right? Okay, good. So let's give you this Potsdam, and you can have land pattern, and you can have the Jönköping, because I'm gonna probably turn you into a Hessian anyway, and this is a good melee weapon for a Hessian. Let's see. These guys have light bayonets. Maybe... We'll give you a better bayonet when I turn you into a Hessian. For right now, you'll just keep this worn bayonet, I guess. Oh, interesting. It shows how much it reduces your stats when it's equipped. Is it the same for the light? Yeah, it is. For the worn musket, it's actually not as bad of an effect. Okay. In any case, let's keep marching. Let's come get this slum down here. Aha, we can delay the HQ by a week, which is good. And then I'm trying to weigh whether I come back up here. Oh man, something that's going to be cool is with this Carthaginian spirit, when we do this fort, I can just march over the mountain and go do that encampment. That's kind of cool. Okay. So at the moment, where do we go? Maybe we go boom, 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 boom. And okay, so we can also find the encamped armies. Maybe we can fight one more, I should say, before maybe we can fight one more encamped army. Oh, perfect. This is perfect. So we'll come hit these 2, fight the encamped army, and then march down here, get those 2, and then come over here and fight the last encamped army. Hopefully we can do all that before the HQ mobilizes in 38 days. That's awesome. That's worked out really well. I'm glad the encamped armies weren't, like, over here. And we can... Yes, we can ransack the camp. We'll fight a field army, which will be good. We can get stronger off of them. And we get a bunch of stuff from this option as well. And let's give you the Tulas. And... Here, we'll give you the bayonet. How much do I need here? 5. It's kind of a bummer that they don't get more accuracy. Like, okay, you get two extra cannons and extra stamina by going up to 5 veterancy. But you lose 10 reload, which is a little bit of a bummer, and you get no bonus to your accuracy. Okay, so let's go ahead and fight this field army. A lot of Hungarians. So we need to watch out for these Hungarian hussars because these guys are trouble. We need to make sure that we don't get caught flat-footed by them. Alright, switch you over to canister. And let's take a look at their army. French Fusiliers over here, which aren't too bad. As long as I charge them with some of my cavalry, they should rout pretty quickly. German Fusiliers, they've got better morale than the French do. Hungarians. Hungarians actually aren't too troublesome because they're just recruits and they have worn muskets, so they're actually not that strong. And these guys all have worn muskets. The recruits, I mean the royal recruits. Okay, so let's put our stronger units on this side. And by our stronger units, I mean probably our foot units will go over here, along with our artillery there. We'll have our howitzers here in the middle helping. We'll take our 2 Brunswicker guys and put them... Wow, these guys have terrible... Oh, it's because they're in the river. That's why. I'm just trying to think... Do I want these guys to go, like, out wide? And then keep these guys more on the inside? Maybe. Oh, hello, what are you doing here? You can be there. And we'll take von Braunschweig and put him somewhere. Let's have you more on the inside. I need 1 cavalry unit over here. And 1 here. Okay. Okay. So now let's do this. Let's try to bring you up to this hill. Let's have you, I don't know, over here doing something. We'll bring our subsidy recruits way out wide here. We'll put you guys forward like that. And wherever there's like an officer gap, that's where I'll send the general to help out. I'm hoping that we're able to get up to this line of cover. I know the enemy AI, they tend to like stop and start a lot, so I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get into cover. And that artillery will probably start to unlimber soon. So let's get spread out here. And let's start spreading out. These guys are still marching. Okay. Yeah, they are giving us time to set up, so thank you. Thank you, enemy AI. I appreciate you. Here, maybe we can advance a little bit more here. Just trying to spread our guys out as much as we can. Yeah, let's start getting you into a better position. And this is good because they'll have to be standing here. The enemy units, I mean, they'll have to be standing in the open. Let's unlimber here. You can hold fire for now. Let's let them get a little bit closer. Who are they targeting? Okay, they're targeting this foot, so let's get out of the way. Just so that our light cavalry isn't taking free damage. And it looks like their line is going to approach in such a way that we can put block here on the flank, and maybe they won't attract attention. Okay, nice. They got a volley off. Here, run into position and hopefully get another volley. And we can start opening up fire here. And we'll take off your bayonet. And yours. And yours when you're in position. And we can go ahead and open fire here with our howitzers. Start trying to pick them off. Maybe we get ready to charge into these Fusiliers over here. Okay, they're shattered. Yeah, let's load you with quartered shot. Let's hold fire if those hussars are going to come at us. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Let's turn the artillery a little bit. Maybe we can look into threatening their artillery. And let's move you up a little bit. We can move up here. Okay, those hussars have moved off. So now their artillery is open. Yeah, these hussars aren't reacting, so we should be able to knock off their artillery. Okay, nice. Let's reposition this artillery. And then let's start working our way around here. And open fire. Okay, good. Let's turn these guys. Shucks. We weren't. Okay, good. These guys got a shot off. Nice. Okay, those guys are done. I might just form you guys into a column and then try to get into melee with those Fusiliers. I'm gonna pull you guys back if possible. Just because you've already taken a lot of morale damage. And let's just charge in. I know these guys are a little tired, but I do want them to get some kills. No, I didn't hold fire in time. Ugh. Let's see, a bunch of junk that I can sell. Let's go for the veterancy. I really want to get these guys out of the subsidy recruit phase, or make them better at least for right now. Yeah, let's go with the exchange. Let's look for artillery traits. The supply wagon isn't bad. Range is good. I'm gonna go with the extra range. Our cavalry brigade, cavalry slash melee. Man, I'm just really not getting like the melee traits that I want here. And I already have a stamina. I already have a stamina trait, so I don't want to take another one. We'll go with skip. And I need what, 5? Yeah, I need 5 veterancy to go to Hessian Musketeer. So let's hold off until we can do that. Okay. Let's keep moving. Let's come check out this battlefield. Force march over. It'll take some time. Okay, we could get a new officer. Let's pray for his soul. And he has stamina. And okay, so this is like a good infantry line officer. Okay. I'll hold on to him. So now let's come visit this encamped army. I'm trying to figure out which unit is still hurt. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a mystery. Okay, what do they got? Oh, a bunch of recruits. Easy peasy. Grinzer Fusiliers and Grenadiers, so they'll have a really good shooting line with all of these units. These are a joke. And these are also pretty easy, so... Oh, but they have very elite artillery. So we need to keep an eye out for the artillery. Okay. So Austrian Fusiliers and then a bunch of recruits. They've got their Grinzer Fusiliers here. And their Grenadiers over here. So let's put... What's a good position to try to... Do we just hold along here? Perhaps. But, I mean, I guess they theoretically will not... They should only push up into artillery range because they have the artillery advantage. Here, let's try to hold this line here. And then if they won't come to us, we will go to them. So let's just set everything up. Switch to canister. Or... what is your round shot range? 557? Maybe we could try to do counter battery again. Let's see. Actually, we could, you know, put a bunch of units over here. Maybe have him on this hill getting an accuracy bonus. We can try that. We can try that. and see if we can force them to cross this river to come and get us, except for the units that we keep over here. Okay. So let's do this. Let's put you on this hill. Let's see if we can get our howitzers over here. That might be too far, but we'll see. We'll march over. We'll march over these 4 units along with this cavalry, and we'll keep these guys over here. Okay, and we'll just see how that goes. Let's unlimber. It seems that they are very much allowing us to do what we want at the moment. Okay, let's actually put you in the middle here. And then you can come over here because you have an officer. Well, I mean, Imhoff has an officer, so that's why I'm putting him in the middle. Howitzer is still moving. Yeah, we'll park him back here on the hill. Then have guys start setting up here and here. Okay. I might have Stolzenberg come back over here just because this seems like this will be where the brunt of their army comes at us. If they come at us. Let's fast forward. How are the Grinzer Grenadiers in melee? Oh, they're fairly strong. They are fairly strong, and they've got really good accuracy. Okay. Here comes the artillery. The artillery's still moving, though, so I don't want to shoot it because it's harder for artillery to hit a moving target. And it does indeed seem that the brunt of their army is coming over here. Okay, Their artillery is setting up. Oh my gosh. They really did a number on these musketeers. Okay, can we knock them out? That was depressing. I really want counter battery to be a thing, but I don't know that it is. Let's take one more shot and then just see what happens. You can open fire. Let's try one more. Okay, that was better. That was better. Perhaps with one more volley we can send that unit running. And then these other two units I'm not as concerned about. Okay, one more. Oh no. I think we just had bad RNG on that one. But they are routing for the moment. Here, let's bring you up a little bit so you can help. And these guys are actually fairly good in melee. So I don't know that I want to send my cavalry in. Okay, and let's try to block any shots. Okay. What are these guys doing? Okay, well, we got rid of them. And I think we can make a move on the artillery now. Come help out. Shoot these guys up a little bit. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage over here. Let's move to put in the Stolzenberg foot over our musketeers here. Okay, they're done for. Let's run into position here. Okay, they're done for. Let's just come up here and shoot these guys. Perfect. Okay, those hustlers are coming in. Let's see if we can't outrun them while these guys get into formation. Nope, nope, keep coming. Oh man, they are flying. Okay, that didn't. Okay, I lost that unit because I was messing around too much. Oh, jeez. But I was a little surprised because they recharged me, I think, twice, and didn't expect them to do that. Okay, pull these guys back, pull them forward. Pull these guys up. Pull the general back. Man, I lost my Hammerstein like cavalry. That is so sad. Okay, the reload completed, but I guess because they're out of ammunition, they just don't fire. I was hoping they'd have one shot left in them, but apparently not. Yeah, let's pull back. We'll just let them keep shooting these royal recruits and getting experience. Okay, that unit's done for. Hold your fire. And should end. Oh my gosh, the hussars are back. No, ready to claim another unit. Okay. Well, rest in peace, Hammerstein Cavalry. We appreciate your sacrifice, though it was unnecessary. Let's... More veterancy would be good, I think. Or I might just need to replace the casualties, because I don't know if there's a village nearby that I can go visit and buy up like a ton of manpower. Let's just take the casualty replenishment. And we'll take the extra veterancy on newly bought units. Okay, extra charge. There's something. And no, none of that is useful. Okay, these guys can be Jaegers now. And I'm probably going to keep their uniforms. I'm probably going to keep their uniforms as they were when they were Brunswicker musketeers. Okay, let's take a look and see. Okay, we've got treatises on both of these. Tobacco. Who could use tobacco? Okay, so now you're going to be Jaegers. And we'll give you tobacco, and we'll give you tobacco. And I have so much junk to sell. Okay, let's... I don't remember if there were any German units left to recruit here. Oh, man. Okay, let's come visit both of these forts. I could get line infantry, but it could be a British unit, and then what's the point? So let's go ahead and lay siege. Oh, I don't have enough ammunition. But I do have... Okay, no. See, the problem is, even if I were to breach the walls, I don't have enough ammunition to do the rest. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Okay. Let's come over here, see if they have units and ammunition. Oh, I could just take ammunition off of some of these guys. I might have to do that. Oh, and these are so risky because if it's British, I can't use it. No. Quartermaster. Okay, no, I can't give up the quartermaster. Alright, let's keep moving. Winter is coming. Okay, let's buy up ammunition. Let's check the barracks. Oh, Brunswicker Musketeers. What did I lose? Cavalry? Should I turn these guys into provincial cavalry instead of going the gosh, we really need another unit. So let's just go ahead and buy them. Any land patterns in here? No. Oh, but I do have a ton of junk to sell. That I do have. Cylindrical ramrod, not bad. Dude, I'm not finding any grenades. Because grenades are useful to have for the forts. Good tea. Which I could give to him. Oh, and I can give you that limber chest. Oh, and since we have another Brunswicker Musketeer, we can rename him. Hold on, give me a second to... Zastrow Infantry. And their uniforms were yellow facings and a white inner coat. Okay, looking good. Oops. Their uniform is like a light yellow, but I'm gonna just leave it as that. Yeah, I think this is the closest I can get. And then let's take a look at their flag. It's got either a white background or a black background with a yellow cross. Okay, so yellow cross, white background, and oh, this is actually perfect. What flag pattern is this? Oh, this top one? Okay. Yeah, this is actually exactly how their flag looks. So I need to remember this in the future when I see this cross pattern. And then their emblem is, yeah, it's this cavalry with the crown. The horse with the crown, I should say. Cool. So they look as they should. Let's see, what can we give them? Haversack, sure. And go with the medicinal herbs. And anything else here? Gators? I do want to buy... I do like that tea. So let's buy the cylindrical rod. Let's sell off a bunch of this stuff I'm not going to be using. Dude, probably the cheese. probably these little crosses too. Here, you don't need that anymore. If I can give you the cylindrical ramrod, and I can give someone else this ramrod. And these guys I could turn into grenadiers if I so desire. Which I'm really on the fence about it because I don't like this 40 morale. I think this is so low. I don't love them having 5 less accuracy, but like maybe I do that. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it a little bit more. Or maybe I upgrade them into grenadiers when I get into Act 2. So we don't take like a massive drop in our stats due to the veterancy hit. I mean, I guess that's something to point out as well, right? Is their morale is increasing with the veterancy. So at 9 veterancy, they're actually going to have like 61 morale, which is fairly decent, but I don't know if I want to have that forever. Anyway, they could use another item, which we can give them this treatise. And then over here, we could give these guys the spontoon. Alright. Okay. Well, we're back up to full strength after losing the Hammerstein cavalry. And let's take a look at the gunsmith, see if there's anything good here. There's good Potsdams, but they're like twice as expensive as a basic Potsdams, which is a little painful at the moment. So I might hold off on them for now. But I could also just sell off more junk and buy the good weaponry for our Jaegers, which I don't hate the idea of that. And I mean, we'll make the money back because we have a really good doctrine, so let's just do that. Let's sell off all these crosses that I'll probably never equip. Let's we can sell off these gunner implements because I'll ideally find better ones and use them. And then I can sell off the uniforms and maybe one of the dragoon swords. And now let's equip these guys. And you can use a Potsdam now. Don't need to use a Neustadt. We could give you the Neustadt, so you've got a little bit longer range. Certainly a longer reload, but at least you have longer range now. Okay. Is there more ammunition I can buy here? Yeah, there is. So let's march over to here, see if there's any more ammunition I can buy. And then we'll go do those 2 forts. And maybe get to the encamped army in time. Okay, and there were no German units here, so I'm glad I didn't come here first. Okay, 17 days. Maybe I come to this fort, come fight the encamped army, and then come up north to try to get this last fort before the encamped army comes. Instead of trying to lay siege and take that fort. Let's do this. Hopefully we don't take the manpower loss. Okay. Yeah, I got some okay stuff. Oh, let's go through the mountains, because we've got Carthaginian spirit. Yeah, let's get this excellent quartermaster. And let's see who could use him. This battalion artillery could. So then let's see, we've got 10 days left. Let's come fight the encamped army and then work our way up here. And let's go to normal march. Chasseurs. Swedish Fusiliers. Okay. Man, I feel like the wind in my sails has really gone out because losing the Hammerstein cavalry. Oh, that was so bad. And I didn't think that they would get charged repeatedly because of the change in the AI behavior. So I'm wondering if they don't charge you again only if the charge bar runs out, because it seemed like they charged after me pretty quickly, like it was the previous AI behavior and not like the newly updated behavior. In any case, we can't dwell on it. We just have to learn from our mistakes and not risk cavalry again like that. All right, let's go ahead and look at their setup. They've got Fusiliers over here. Okay, so this is the strong end of their line. And okay, these guys are. We can get into a shootout with them, and it's not going to be too bad. But going into melee is going to hurt. Okay. Let's see here. We could hold a defensive position here in the town. Got a lot of big howitzers. Yeah, I kind of like holding a position here in the town. Maybe putting a unit or two over here. Let's take our block foot. We'll put him over here. We'll have our two Jaegers up front. We'll take off their bayonets, because they shouldn't need them. So let's see, we've got block over here. And maybe this guy? Who we put over there. And let's bring our howitzer. And we'll have the howitzer in the town, and we'll put you over here somewhere. Okay. Okay, so these Jaegers have an officer on them, which means I should put non-officer units behind them. Here, maybe we switch you guys. And let's take the Stolzenberg. And, okay, we've got 2 more units over here. I was like, I thought I had more units than this. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and fight like this. You guys can probably remove bayonets. Hopefully you won't get charged, and if you do, you know, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that problem when it comes. You'll probably have to be over here with them. But for now, let's get our Jaegers up here. Let's get our howitzers into position. Let's just start moving everyone up. Oh, and you guys should also be moving up. Maybe we have you guys over here, you guys here. And let's bring you over. You can be in reserve, I guess, for now. We're gonna need to come over a little bit more. Here, let's move these guys down a tad bit. And then do the same here. Just to give the artillery a window to fire through. Go ahead and get spread out here. Okay. Okay, you've got large cartridge boxes. I need to switch out your cartridge boxes and give them to the Jaegers. They don't need this quartermaster anymore. So I need to remember to do that after this battle. Nice, they've got a lot of cover. You can probably open fire. Not on the chasseurs, though. I wonder if they're not going to advance anymore. Yeah, I think they are in a holding position. Oh no, here they come. Okay, that wasn't terrible counter battery. Just need to land some more of our shots. And let's open up fire here, try to knock out those chasseurs a little bit. I'm gonna bring our light cavalry. Actually, I'm gonna bring you guys over here. Light cavalry I'll bring back a little bit. And we'll engage them if they get into the river. How are we doing over here with our counter battery? Not amazing, but... Okay, we knocked out those chasseurs. I think the general's just getting hit by artillery fire. Here, let's change fires and knock out those grenadiers if at all possible. Are you guys firing? Okay, good. Here, I changed my mind. Come back this way. Okay, we're doing fine on ammunition here. A little less fine here, but still okay. Shoot. back. Oh my gosh. Here, let's pull back our foot here. We can put these Jaegers back out front. We'll try to entice them back into the river again. Here, let's just switch you to round shot. And let's try and knock out the artillery. Very nice. Okay, good. Okay, let's move up to the next artillery unit. You guys can run. You guys can run. Take off your bayonet and then run. Okay, try to knock him out. Nice. And then the last unit. Very good. And I'll probably take the money and ammunition. Although I'm kind of running low on provisions, so there is an argument to be made for that. And maybe we can upgrade both our Zastro and our subsidy recruits if I go for the exchange. Ooh. Extra reload, casualties restored, ammunition consumption. Let's go for the casualty restoration, because usually I'm taking the money and ammunition option, which means that I shouldn't be running out of ammunition all that often. The reload was also pretty good. Oh shoot, who is this for? My artillery guy? None of those are good for artillery. We can upgrade you now into the field artillery. So we'll do that. Get you your replenishment. You don't need that. And what did I say I was going to give you? I don't quite remember. I thought I said I would give you something else. You have a lumber chest. I could turn you into a 6-pound iron gun, which maybe isn't bad, so I can use your canister. I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna do. But I can move this quartermaster to someone else. Let's see. We could turn these guys into Hessian musketeers. Could also go for the cavalry and replace what was lost. Unfortunately, not enough experience to turn into Jaegers. They need level 5 anyway. I thought it was level 4. Dude, yeah, I do want you to be Hessian musketeers. Okay, so now let's look up some Hessian units. And let's see. We'll call them the Ebb Prince Musketeers. And yeah, let's do a couple of little improvements here. We can give you that, and then maybe we give you this great coat, just in case you get into melee. And over here we can... Oh, you don't need a quartermaster. Okay. And then I can give you... That's right, it was the ammo box. It was the ammo box. Yep. Okay, take that off you, give it to you. And you can have... What can I give you? I don't know. I could give you the blanket roll, but there's very little point in that. I'll give you the canteen. That's a little bit more worthy. I could give you a quartermaster. And you could use one. Here, let's do this. Let's take away this, give you that. And I'll give you a quartermaster. You can have coffee. I think that's a little bit better than beer for you. I'm getting tired, so I think we'll end here soon. Oh, right. Herb Prince, see, I'm losing focus on what I'm doing. Herb Prince, they've got yellow facings and a yellow coat. And yeah, their collar and neck thing look correct. Let's take a look at their colors. It looks like Okay, so it looks like there's some reconstructions on what their regimental colors might have been, but there's nothing definitive. It looks like a crown with like some ropes coming out of the bottom. But I don't... Yeah, none of these are quite right. Shoot, I don't know what to give them. Here, I'll just give them this wreath, because they do have like a wreath-looking thing in their flag. And we'll give them a wreath, and we'll make it green. And there, that'll differentiate them from the Stolzenbergfoot, who have like a yellow version. Okay. If I run into another battle, I don't think I'm gonna fight it. I am feeling pretty tired, so let's just try to wrap up these encounters. Oh. Well, this is good. So then we could come back down here, do the fort, that we know the walls are breached. And then maybe I raid a town or two if I have the time. Let's try it. Okay. Oh, okay. I was like, oh no, why did my guy stop moving? This is terrible. Okay, let's move into normal march. since we're consuming more provisions and we're moving slower. Yeah, let's take advantage of the poor conditions. And then lengthy bombardment. Perfect. New doctrine. Yes, please. Yes. Wonderful. That was a great pickup. And now we've got better foraging. So we can come down here and probably raid that village and then maybe raid that town if we have time for it. And the HQ is going to activate here. So it's coming to this town. Buy up a bunch of food. Buy up manpower. See if there's anything useful here. Chevaux freeze are good. And I should get them for... Well, I need the earthworks for sure for my Jaegers. Oh, and there's grenades here. Okay, let's buy some grenades. Elevation screw is good. Let's look at what I can sell. Sell that, sell that. Yeah, sell all of those. Morale and move speed versus accurate. Here, we'll take that. Take the Hanoverian horse over the Holsteiner horse. We've got good elevation screws. Let's... Who had the earthworks? You do. So here, we'll take that off of you. And we'll give you 2 earthworks. Because you'll benefit from this cover more. And we've got the Chevaux de Frise in here that we can buy. And now you can have Chevaux de Frise. We can sell that. We can probably sell this beer. Because we should get better beer. We'll sell the Hussar Saber. We'll keep this socket bayonet, give it to you. I have too many weapons here, so I need to sell some off. We can sell the Neustadt. And we'll keep the Tulas and the Potsdam. And the Jönköping, I guess. Okay, so all these things we can sell. And I could... give the Hessians the grenades if I wanted to try to run them up and use them. I don't know how useful that may be, though. Could be interesting. To give them like the Jönköping, give them grenades, and then like I put them behind a unit that's firing, and then run them in front, throw grenades, take a shot, and then charge in. If the unit hasn't broken already, that could be kind of interesting. We'll try it just for fun. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good now. Let's go ahead and raid this town. Let's take one thing of manpower and then raid this town. Okay, HQ's coming. And I'll try to march over here, but I don't think we're gonna make it. And I'm gonna pause here, and I'm not feeling up for the final battle right now. I'm pretty tired, so we're gonna call it here. But at the beginning of the next episode, we'll have our HQ battle, and we'll go into Act 2. And I feel like we've made a decent recovery since losing our Hammerstein cavalry. May they rest in peace. So I think we'll of course fight the HQ battle. We should get a bunch of money and loot from that, and hopefully that will put us in a good position to buy a new brigade and then start working on our 4th Brigade. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the video. As always, if you are, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. All these things support my channel, and I would appreciate your support. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.